students. So right now we are going to discuss next example from your practice set number 3.3, and as we know that this whole practice set depends on a single formula of the sum of first n terms. We divided that formula into few categories like even natural numbers, odd natural numbers, all natural numbers, and all that things. Okay, so Sn means sum of first n terms. Sum of first n terms is equal to n by 2 into the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So this was the formula. Okay, fine, no problem. Now see friends, this is your sum of first n terms. After that, sum of first n natural numbers was given by n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Sn is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. N natural numbers. N natural numbers. For that formula was this. After that, Sn is equal to n into n plus 1. N even natural numbers. Even natural numbers. Sn is equal to n into n plus 1. N even natural numbers. Then Sn is equal to n square. N odd natural numbers. Okay, fine, no problem. So that was the formulas for what? Sum of first n terms. Now friends, some supplementary formulas to the problems which are depending on the sum of first n terms. Among that, very important formula is of nth term. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d is the formula. Okay, fine, no problem. Now see, depending on all these formulas, we are going to solve the next problem, which is from your practice set number 3.3. Okay, fine. So let us discuss it. See what the problem is. Question number 6 is that sum of first 55 terms in a given arithmetic progression. Sum of first 55 terms in a given arithmetic progression is 3300. Okay, fine, no problem. And we need to find out T28, 28th term we need to find out. That is the problem. Now, what we need to find out? T28. So that will be our one formula. Formula first. First we'll write the formulas. With the help of formulas only, we will find out what are the terms which they haven't given us and we need to find out. So formula number 1 is, Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the first formula. And formula number 2, second formula is for sum of first n terms, Sn. Just before few minutes I have explained it here. Sn is equal to n by 2 into the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so these are few formulas, two formulas for solving this type of problem. Now see friends, actually this is extra work which I am giving to you. With the help of this formulas, you will be able to solve problem very smoothly. Otherwise, you will face some problems while solving the problem. Now, we will go for exact procedure for solving the problems. So, before writing anything, we will write there are a and d are first term and common difference for the given arithmetic progression. So, let a is equal to first term first term and D is equal to common difference. Okay, fine, no problem. So A is equal to first term and D is equal to common difference for the given arithmetic progression. Here, what are the terms they have given us? They have given us the sum of 55 terms. Sum of n terms we know that. So sum of 55 terms, S55 is equal to 3300. No problem. Now see, we will use just a formula for sum of n terms, this formula. So instead of this n, we have got here 55. So on RHS also we will replace value of n by 55. So we will get there n by 2 means 55 upon 2. 55 upon 2 into the bracket. N by 2 is what? 55 upon 2 into the bracket. 2a means 2 into a as it is. A we don't know and D also we don't know. So 2a plus n minus 1, that means 55 minus 1. 55 minus 1 into D. It is equal to, this is 3300. No problem. Now this 55 upon 2, we can transfer this on RHS also. So 2a plus 55 minus 1 is 54 into D is equal to, this is 3300 into this 55 upon 2 will become on RHS 2 upon 55. Okay, no problem. Therefore we can write here 2a plus 54D is equal to, now we'll do one thing, we'll take out 2 common from these both terms. So if we take 2 common from both the terms, then how much we will get here? 2 into the bracket, this a will remain as it is plus this 54, 27 2s are 54, so we will get here 27D and it is equal to 3300 into 2 upon 55. Now here you can do simple steps. This 2 and 2 gets cancelled to each other, because when this 2 which is in multiplication in LHS, when it will go to the RHS it will become division, and when it will be in division it will be in denominator. This numerator term and denominator term gets cancelled to each other. Now this 55, we will do here simple division. 11 5s are 55, 11 5s are 55, 11 3s are 33, and these 2 double zeros are there. So 300 divided by 5. So this is equal to 300 upon 5. And again we will do one thing, 5 1s are 5, 5 6 are 30, 1 0 will be as it is. So we have got here a plus 27D is equal to 60. A plus 27D is equal to 60. Suppose this is my equation number 1. Now I don't know how much is A and how much is D. So that's why I'll write only A plus 27D is equal to 60. No problem. Now if we want to find out T28, then we have to use this formula, that means Tn is equal to A plus 2n minus 1 into D. But we don't have A and D. So how can we find out? How can we find out this T28? See, if you are clear with the formula, that means Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. How much is your n here? 28. So if you put here 28, T28 is equal to A plus 28 minus 1. It's a 27. So A plus 27D. A plus 27D, correct? And A plus 27D is here 60. So got here. Tn, that means T28 is equal to A plus 27D, and A plus 27D is equal to 60. So T28 is equal to 60. Okay, fine. So here you just need to apply this formula in your mind only, and if you apply it in your mind only, then you can easily find out the answer. So we'll write here now T28 is equal to, Tn is here. Now we have substituted 28 instead of n. So A plus n minus 1, that means 28 minus 1 into d. No problem. Therefore, T28 is equal to A plus, it's only 27D. Therefore, we can write here T28 is equal to, wow, very good. A plus 27D. A plus 27D is here in equation number 1, 60. So, we can just substitute there. T28 is equal to 60. Over. Finish. This is from equation. From equation 1. From equation 1, T28 is equal to 60. So we got here 28th term. 28th term is equal to 60 only. Clear? What we did here? Nothing. Just used two formulas. So that two formulas are, first one is sum of n terms and second one is nth term. Okay, fine, no problem. And we found this answer. T28 is equal to 60. Okay, fine. Now see, next problem which we are going to discuss today is question number 7. And what is that question number 7? I'll draft this one. This one also. No problem. Now see, this you require in all the problems. Let A is equal to first term and D is equal to common difference for the given arithmetic progression, and then you will proceed further with your own steps. Question number 7 is what? Question number 7th. So question number 7 is telling us that in an AP, the sum of 3 consecutive terms is 27. Sum of 3 consecutive terms is 27. Sum of 3 consecutive terms. Sum of sum of 3 consecutive terms. Sum of 3 consecutive terms is given as 27. Sum of 3 consecutive terms in a given AP is 27. No problem. And their product is 504. And product is 504. Product is 504. No problem. Find the terms. So we need to find out that terms. What are the 3 terms which are in arithmetic progression and their sum is 27 and product is 504. Now in the bracket they have given us few additional information. And what is that? Additional information is that assume that 3 consecutive terms in AP are A minus D, A and A plus D. A minus D, A and A plus D. Assume that these are the 3 terms about which they are talking here. Okay, fine. So A minus D, A and A plus D, these are 3 terms which are consecutive terms in an arithmetic progression, and their sum is 27 and their product is 504. So find out that 3 terms, means the first one, second one and third one. We need to find out. So here again, sum of few terms they have given us, that means we have to use this formula number 2. Formula number 1 we don't want, because they are not talking about any specific term. 27th term, 50th term, 100th term, they are not talking about that. That's why we are not going to use the nth term formula. We are going to use here only Sn formula, sum of first n terms. Okay, fine. So let A is equal to first term and D is equal to common difference, and given 3 consecutive terms in an arithmetic progression, A minus D, A and A plus D are 3 consecutive terms consecutive terms in an AP. Okay, no problem. Fine. Now here, according to the first condition, sum of three consecutive terms. According to the first condition, sum of three consecutive terms is 27. So sum of three consecutive terms is 27. How can we write it here? Sum of three consecutive terms. That means first term is what? First term is what? According to the given conditions. Here condition number 1, we are going to solve here on this side, and condition number 2, we will solve on this side. Condition number 1, what is the condition number 1? Sum of three consecutive terms is 20. Sum of three consecutive terms is 27. Okay, no problem. So three consecutive terms are given to us. Just we need to sum of all that three terms. So first term is what? A minus D plus second term is what? A plus third term is what? A plus D is equal to 27. No problem. And once we remove all these brackets, then A minus D plus A plus D is equal to 27. And here you can easily notice that D cancel to each other. So A plus A plus A, 3A. So 3A is equal to, therefore 3A is equal to 27. And therefore we can write A is equal to, it's 9 only. Fine, no problem. Now with the help of this value of A is equal to 9, we can find out other value, that means D. Now use the second condition. What is second condition, friends? Second condition is that this is my first condition and this is my condition number 2, second condition. So product of that three consecutive numbers is 504. So first A minus D, first one is A minus D into A plus D is equal to 504. No problem. Therefore we can write here, put the value of A is equal to 9. This 9 minus D into 9 plus D is equal to 504. No problem. So 9 minus D into 9 plus D is equal to 504. No problem. Now see, 9 minus D into 9 plus D, it will become 9 square minus D square, and it is equal to 5. One thing left, this 9 is in multiplication, so it will become division on the other hand. So we will get here 9 minus D into 9 plus D, both brackets are here, so 9 will go on that side, and 9 5s are 45, 5 left, so 5 4 54, 9 6s are 54, so we will get here 56. 9 square minus D square is equal to 56. So friends, 9 square is equal to, we know that it is 9 square is 81. So we can write here 81 minus D square is equal to 56. No problem. Therefore 81 minus 56 is equal to D square, and it will give you D square is equal to 81 minus 56, 6 5 11, 1 carry, 6 2s, 6 plus 2 8. D square is equal to 25. 81 minus 56 is 25, and this D square is here. Just we have exchanged sides. D square is equal to 25. So we will get here D is equal to plus minus 5. Two values will be there. While taking square root on both sides, in this step, D square is equal to 25, D is equal to plus minus 5 will get. Now we have to divide this answer into two parts. Now the first part is, see here, the first part is when A is equal to the value of A is fixed 9 and D, but D has two values, that's why we have taken these two cases. A is equal to 9 and D is equal to plus 5 on one side, and when A is equal to again 9 and D is equal to minus 5, So these two parts we will solve. When a is equal to 9 and d is equal to 5, what are the terms we will get? These are three consecutive terms. What are three consecutive terms? A minus d is equal to, then a is equal to, then a plus d is equal to. On that side also we will get three terms. A minus d, a and a plus d. No problem. So these are three on this side and these three on that side. Okay, no problem. Here a minus d is equal to, we know a and d we have here. So 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. A is how much? A is 9. So it is equal to 9 only we will write. A plus d, it's 9 plus 5, which is equal to 14. No problem. Now on that side, what we will get is there? A minus d, that means 9 minus 5. 9 minus 5, that means it will become plus 5. 9 plus 5 is 14. A again 9. So here also A 9. A plus d. A is your 9 plus d is minus 5. So it will become only minus 5. 9 minus 5, it will become 4. So these are three consecutive terms, or these are three consecutive terms which the problem is talking about. Okay, fine. So lastly we'll write the answer. Three consecutive terms required are three consecutive terms. Three consecutive terms are 4, 9, 14, 4, 9, 14, or 14, 9, 4, 14, 9, 4. So either these three will be consecutive terms in the given AP, or these three will be the consecutive terms in given AP. Okay, fine. So what we did here, just used the given condition, and this is that was also given condition. That means a minus d and a plus d. Use these three as your consecutive terms, and with the help of that only we have found here these 4, 9, 14 or 49, 4. These are the three consecutive terms. Okay, fine. Thank you.